People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone.
Hey, Sharpie.
Women seem
Love
wicked
what you've done with the
when
place.
you're unwanted. Streets
Okay.
are uneven.
He surrendered
when
almost
you're
without a
down.
fight.
When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name.
What else
When
is
you're
Joker planning?
strange,
How should I know?
when you're strange, when you're strange.
Why didn't
People
you
are
stop
strange
Batman?
when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down.
Speaking of riots, here's a bit of civil unrest I cooked up just for you.
No, he's not. Faces go out in the rain.
Maybe your fool got over his parents' death.
No one remembers your name.
Father,
When you're strange,
do quite
when you're
insane.
strange, when you're strange. Alright, yeah.
How are you doing this?
Well, technically the Joker's through. Ship him from Blackgate.
Faces go out in the rain. When you're strange, no
I'll
one
give you this one
remembers
for
your
free.
name.
Pull the plug, stop me once and for all!
When you're strange, when you're strange.
Yes. Oh, hello. Oh, don't mind me. I was just playing Pokemon Go. The Cape Crusader is no stranger to the world of video games. He's been Lego'd, he's been in movie tie-in multiple times, he's even battled a scorpion. But there's one set of games that truly defines the Batman experience. Batman Arkham. These games are some of the best Batman games, hell, some of the best superhero games out there. Okay, Insomniac seems to be trying to take that title with the Spider-Man series on PlayStation, but that's besides the point. And and you're probably wondering what the point even is. Well, the point is I'm talking about the Batman Arkham games, every single one. Okay, not every single one. I'm not going to be covering Blackgate, Arkham Origins Blackgate, because that is not for me. But I'm going to cover the mainline ones and Origins, because you kind of just have to. It's an origin story. How do you not cover that with the duh. And then if it comes down to it at the end, I may cover Gotham Knights. But that requires me buying said game, and it's not even an Arkham game, so yeah, this is a quick little update. I bought the game, it's alright, and this has been your Gotham Knights review. So, with that ramble out of the way, let's begin our journey with Batman Arkham Asylum. Oh, yeah, segments, duh, dumbass. What am I doing? I didn't even write that into the fucking script. Hey, segments. We're gonna talk about the story, we're gonna talk about, the gameplay, and then kind of the groundworks of what this game did for the later games, and how those later, and then in the later games, we'll cover how they built off of this game. Self-explanatory. And then I'll give a rating, and, yeah, alright, cool.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman! I set a trap, and you sprang it gloriously!
The moon shines bright upon the streets of Gotham City as the Batmobile, driven by Batman, races to bring the Joker in for another stay at Arkham Asylum. Arriving at the Mental Institute, greeted by Warden Quincy Sharp, Officer Frank Bowles, and Batman's trustworthy friend on the force, Commissioner Gordon. loading the Joker onto a restraint stand, escorting him down to the lower levels, encountering Killer Croc along the way, reaching the intensive treatment building. The Joker enacts his main plan. Attacking the guard and nurse accompanying him, and setting free his henchmen shipped in from Blackgate. Shattering the view box window, Batman leaps into action, putting down the Joker's goons and beginning his search for the clown. Moving through the halls, taking out some of the asylum's worst, catching a glimpse of the Harley Quinn show featuring Quincy Sharp, and finding the Joker.
What took you so long?
With the clown Prince of Crime cornered, he releases a new form of enemy, a Titan goon. After a quick fight, the Joker hints at a party and leaves the Dark Knight to find his way around.
Arkham. You'll see.
With new information that Frank Bowles is actually working for the Joker and has captured Commissioner Gordon and is bringing him to Harley Quinn, Batman quickly picks up a trail left by Bowles, following the trail to an elevator shaft where Harley adds one more bump in the road by blowing up the elevator, forcing Batman to find a new way. Batman soon reaches the exterior area of the asylum, quickly getting alert from the Batmobile and making his way over to the car. Defeating a few ruffians, Batman picks up the new trail which he follows to the medical building. Entering the building through the vents, soon finding multiple doctors being held as hostages, the Bat moves to secure all missing doctors. Upon finding the doctors, the Joker goons show up and open up a new route for Batman to follow. Proceeding further into the medical facility, the Dark Knight catches a glimpse of one of Arkham's most dangerous inmates, the Scarecrow. Sneaking through the barren halls, stumbling upon the morgue, Batman sees his parents in body bags.
Father, you should have stood up to him, son. Mom?
Help us, Bruce. Don't let us die.
Finally opening the third bag, revealing Scarecrow. With the fear toxin taking over Batman's mind, the area around him changes, forcing him to dodge Crane's gaze and reach the light of safety. Upon entering the real world once again, with arrows marking a way for a Caped Crusader, he ventures further into the facility, finding Harley, Gordon, and a handful of armed goons in the experimental chamber. Batman silently takes down the goons and moves on Harley. Rescuing Gordon and soon finding an unexpected guest in the asylum, Bane, being brought to Arkham to be experimented on by Dr. Young. With the Joker fueling Bane up with the new Titan formula, a battle begins. Dodging Bane's attacks while countering low-level thugs, Batman cuts the tubes, feeding Bane his power. Eventually climbing to the top, reuniting with Gordon, Bane strikes again, but is quickly taken out by a remote-controlled Batmobile, sending him into the Gotham Bay. Telling Gordon to head back to the mainland to keep the city under control, Batman makes his way to Dead Man's Point, the location of a rough draft Batcave. Getting information on Dr. Young's experiments, Batman begins his search to find the rest of the research. Reaching the surface and making a beeline for the Arkham Mansion, fighting off hooligans and nobody's business, the Brooding Bat finds the notes and another Scarecrow event. Preceded by a long walk through the halls, and the area around him turns into Crime Alley, and our hero turns into 8-year-old Bruce Wayne, reliving that fateful night that changed everything, only for Scarecrow to show his face. Dodging the Care Bear stare once again, Batman ignites the light of in the darkness and frees himself from the vision. Upon returning to the real world once again, Batman destroys the bell in the clock tower, opening up a new path to be followed. Entering the warden's office, finding Zsasz holding a knife to Dr. Young's throat. A quick-witted Dark Knight throws a batarang from around the corner, knocking the lunatic out cold, saving Dr. Young. With Dr. Young spilling the beans about how she was working for the Joker and soon being blown up afterwards, Harley Quinn and her men enter the room. With having Quincy Sharp in her hands, Batman defeats her men after she leaves and has to pick up a new trail. Batman ventures to the penitentiary following the trail left by Sharp, entering possibly the most terrifying place in the asylum and finding Poison Ivy in her cell, leaving her locked up thinking it's the best solution because it is. Batman enters the security control room, freeing Sharp and seeing on a close-by monitor that Harley actually just freed Ivy. So, with Joker freeing more crazed inmates, finding Harley and defeating her, finally locking her back up, Batman makes his way over to the Botanical Gardens to find Dr. Young's secret lab. Entering the gardens, the Joker greets his best friend by killing a guard and blowing a passageway, forcing Batman to find another way. Finding his way through the garden, taking out thugs from the shadows, and finally locating a secret panel that unlocks the way into the secret lab. Soon coming across another Titan battle, this time taking on two at once, and a load of ruffians as well. Winning the battle, Batman calls in a new tool, the line launcher, and makes his way to the exit, except on the Joker's way out, he injects Ivy with the Titan formula, causing all the plants on the island to go berserk. With the island transformed and the need to make a cure for Ivy, Batman has no choice but to travel back into the intensive treatment building and enter the lair of Killer Croc. But soon encountered a slight problem. The moon shines bright upon the streets of Gotham City as the Batmobile, driven by the Joker, races to bring Batman in for a well-needed checkup at Arkham Asylum. Escorting the crazed knight down the entrance hall to be evaluated by Dr. Crane and Harleen Quinzel. Realizing this patient is too far beyond saving, the Joker puts him down. Batman awakens in another Scarecrow nightmare, forced to evade the stare in battle with some thugs, finally lighting the signal and getting his hands on Crane. Scarecrow escapes down into the lair where he is followed and cornered by the Dark Knight, but before being able to enact his plan to poison the water system, Waylon Jones, the Killer Croc, appears, grabbing the doctor and dragging him into the waters below. With shit thoroughly attached to the fan, Batman sneaks his way around, locating the plants that'll create the Titan cure and defending himself from the monster beneath the surface. Finding all the materials needed, Batman makes a break for the exit and stops Killer Croc by sending him deeper into the sewer system below Arkham. With the cure in hand, it's time to get Ivy under control. Venturing back into the gardens and locating Ivy surrounded by plants, using her powers, she makes a great match for the Caped Crusader. But as we all know, Batman always wins, defeating Ivy with a well-placed gel explosive, destroying the protective casing. Batman is able to inject Ivy with the cure. With Ivy and the other loose villains dealt with, the only one left is the Clown Prince of Crime himself, Joker. Making his way over to the penitentiary,
Why didn't you stop Batman? Me? It was your plan, you goofy clown. I'm sending you back to the ventriloquist where you belong.
finding the Joker on top of a throne, accompanied by two Titans and a load of thugs, defeating the Titans, and... Okay, pause. In all honesty, this is where the game should have ended. The Joker should be in this arena fighting alongside with them. Just, you know, normal Joker. Long story short, Joker should be captured here, but he isn't. We aren't done yet, and we're about to talk about the dumbest thing in the Arkham series. So defeating the Titans and the Goons, following Joker up to the top of the building where he injects himself with the Titan formula, changing him into a monstrous form, forcing Batman to get creative. Defeating the Goons and pulling the Joker down on top of the roof, covering one hand with an explosive gel and giving the Joker one final knockout punch.
Always.
What?
I'll never let you win. Never.
With the Joker apprehended again, Batman moves on to the other scum of Gotham who seek to do no good.
You okay?
He surrendered almost without a fight.
Now let's talk about the gameplay. And there's two sections of the gameplay I want to mainly talk about. The normal combat and then the predator combat. Now we're going to talk about normal combat first because it's the more prevalent one in the game. But it's pretty damn good. For this being the first time a free flow combat system was kind of implemented, this is really good. It's solid with only one attack button and then a counter button. It's not that deep. You have a stun button, you have a jump, like a dodge, evade button that you can use, and then later on when you get more gadgets and then you upgrade them, you can use them right off the bat into the combos and kind of work with them. And using the gadgets along while just doing normal attacks and counters, that's where the combat really deepens, and it shows that extra layer of depth that everybody loves and that everybody hates isn't in Gotham Knights. Why is it not free flow? Why do I feel like I'm playing an Assassin's Creed game and not a good one of the bad ones? Odyssey. Why do I... Yeah. Ugh. Besides the point. So the combat in this is really good, and it lays the groundwork extremely well. Playing this, I can see already how they're going to improve in City, because I've played City so goddamn much, and it's gonna be great. I want to talk about Predator Stealth. This is my favorite thing to do, even though it is a little bit tricky coming back into it after not playing one of these games for quite a while. The stealth is very simple. You got one button. The stealth is fairly simple. You hold down the trigger to go into a crouched mode. You have covers. You can take cover. You can hide up in gargoyles. But where the stealth takedowns come in is where it gets interesting. While you're sitting up high on a gargoyle, you can come in and do a ground kick. Do like a glide kick and then a ground pound. That's going to be really goddamn noisy. But you know what's not? Dropping down from behind them and choking them out. That's quiet. Or, my favorite thing to do, it's not quiet, it's quite loud, but like waiting for them to go near a destructible wall, placing the explosive gel, and then just throwing chunks of concrete at them and somehow not killing them, because Batman doesn't kill. There you got inverted takedowns, cover takedowns, and basically the stealth is just to get around those guys with guns, because in all honesty, when there's a ton of dudes with guns and you're just a guy dressed as a bat punching people, you're gonna get shot and it's gonna fucking hurt because you're wearing spandex. It's cool spandex, but it's still spandex. I mean, there's like some other shit going into it that makes it a little bit stronger, but still, it's really nice. You always think, oh, Batman's lurking in the shadows. Well, guess what? You can lurk in the shadows, and it's really good. It's so fun to just sit and wait and just watch them plan out all their things. And then later in the game, some obstacles get thrown in. They start wearing alert collars that when a guy's heartbeat drops down below a certain thing, it's going to make a noise, and everybody's going to be alerted, and they're going to go check him out and be like, yo, what the fuck, dude? What's going on? And they're like, oh, he's knocked out. And they're like, it's the bat. And where is he? He's somewhere. Out there. Lurking. Up on a gargoyle, probably. Speaking of the gargoyles, the placements are really good. I like them. I don't understand why Arkham Asylum has gargoyles inside the buildings. That's a little weird to me. That doesn't... I don't know. I've never seen that. Speaking of which, I've never actually seen a gargoyle in real life. Where are they real? I watched the show as a kid. But are they real? Who knows? And then later in the game, they start putting bombs on them. So when you go up to them, you get blown up. And yeah, it's just really good. There are interesting enemies. You have your basic bitch thug who's just gonna punch you. And he's really weak. And then you have your knife-wielding thug. He's a little faster, and you gotta do a unique dodge thing. and you gotta use your cape and then get a little punch in. There's a stun thug who just has a stun baton. You're gonna do a little cape stun, and then you're gonna jump behind him and start beating the shit out of him. And then you have your guys with guns, you have your titans, and yeah. Okay, let's get those out of the way. Let's talk about boss battles, and basically the only ones that I liked. Bane's was, you know what, we'll talk about them all. We'll talk about them as they come up. First boss fight is a Titan fight. It's very dumb. You wait around. You can literally just wait around until the guy croaks, and then he's dead. Second is Bane. Bane's is not that good. It's just another Titan fight, but hey, you gotta do it somehow. The next one after that is a Scarecrow. The Scarecrow sequences are fucking awesome. Okay? And if you say otherwise, and I don't think anybody does, these are the most interesting boss fights I've ever seen. It's just a platforming sequence, but it's the story. I'm just kidding. These are pretty cool, though. Killer Croc's fight is cool. It's not really a fight, more than like an event. It's just kind of pursuing you throughout the level, and he pops up every once in a while. You throw a batarang at him. That's pretty cool. Ivy's fight was really good. I do like her fight. And then Joker end fight, stupid shit, dog shit. Should have ended it on the throne. If this game was made now, and I was working at Rocksteady, I would be like, yo guys, what if we like axe the Titan Joker, and then like have like, you know, we have this fight where he's standing on like this makeshift throne. What if Batman like sends one of the Titans into it, knocks Joker into the ring, and pop, 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 pop. Done, game over, good ending. I don't know. Hey, that's all I got really to say. All right, let's wrap this up.
Shame about your car. Can I give you a ride?
Thanks, Jim, but I have one on the way.
Get some rest. You deserve it.
Stay safe, Jim.
Arkham Asylum gets an 8 out of 10. Yeah, an 8 out of 10. There are some really cool things, like the interview tapes and the riddles, and this is the only game in the series where I actually like the riddles, because there's not thousands of them. Okay, there's not thousands of them in the later games, but there's quite a fucking bit. And it's so stressful if you want to 100% complete it, because you just have to go searching and searching. And at sometimes you just like, I don't want to search anymore. Can you just stop? It's not going to. So, yeah, an 8 out of 10. This game is, it's well deserved. And Arkham City just only gets better. So, with that, this is it. If you noticed, my voice not sounding too hot, and I'm a little ranty today because I'm sick and I hate it. So with that, yeah, all right, stay tuned for like Arkham City. We're gonna do them in release order, so bada bing bada boom. Maybe I'll cover Gotham Knights, I don't know.